After 8 years and thousands of hours of doing free repair, I think I kind of get it now. You actually do want to repair your thing. Be the illuminated citizen of 21st century. Save the money, save the environment, but it fails. Mainly because of a bad design. You ultimately waste time, money and energy on fixing things that were never meant to be repaired. And you feel angry and desperate, and the little environmentalist deep inside of you dies slowly. In this video I'm gonna go through 5, I guess, the most illuminating things I've learned since 2016 from running public repair makerspaces and repair cafe events. That will maybe change your perception of how we buy, use and also sometimes hopefully fix our things. But also, if you're really pissed about the lack of repairability in the thing number 5, okay, now I sound like I'm scamming you to watch the video till the end, which I am. In the thing number 5, I'm gonna go through actionable plan on how to
use your aggressive feelings, boy,
against the throwaway economy in a constructive way. Like, you can actually do something about it. Not now, maybe next weekend, yeah, whatever. Let's get into it. Why exactly repair shops are dying out? If you're living in a EU or US city and you're at least 25 years old, then, as a kid, you might have seen these caves of repair shops on the street. Just the key and the shoe guy, but you know, electronics, tailor shops, washing machine guys, cobblers, and they are not existing anymore. Or if they are, there is very, very little of them. And here is the thing. If we take electronics like hair blowers, kitchen robots, these things, then some of them got much more sophisticated. Everything has brains now, and here is the catch. Consumers' purchasing strength haven't changed throughout the years. But our expectations from products to be AI powered, with heated seats and vibrating has. So the manufacturers, to keep the price similar yet meet the demands, have to save money somewhere. Oversimplified example is swapping materials of certain parts from aluminium, what they used to be, to plastic, which is more prone to break or wear off. And it's worse. The added complexity raises another challenge, cause if your 200 Nespresso machine breaks, and they do break a lot, it's just such a pointless fucking... Then just to diagnose what's up with it is gonna cost you 120 euros. Well, then you might just as well go and buy a new one. Or start taking caffeine tablets. Join the dark side. It's much better. But why it's so expensive? Because the thingy is so damn complex that to get to bottom of it, one has to spend at least an hour to dismantle it, then diagnose it, and then most probably figure out that the spare part is just on AliExpress or something even more science fiction like, and it's gonna take 2 months to get here. So yeah, many repair shop owners realize what they are up against and that it's financially more reasonable for people just to buy the new thing and close down. And this brings me to, are manufacturers just fucking evil? Are they here just to make the consumer experience and products as smooth as possible? God forbid any screws showing. Not regarding at all the environmental cost of what happens with all those dead and unrepaired Nespresso machines and sleeping 8 koalas. By the way, great product. My kids love it. I love it. In a way, I love consumerism. This is the best thing ever. Sorry. But are they evil? Well, and you kind of know it. They just kind of give us what we want. Or at least the weakest part of us. Manufacturers take into account that most of us live their busy life, are accustomed to the luxury that everything is solved with just one click of a button. So most of them don't even have to worry to start to invest into circular designs that would maybe lower the cost of maintenance and repair. This addiction to smooth consumer experience is the reason why many of the electronics retailers nowadays have this service where if you buy the thingy, you can pay a little extra, and when it breaks, they swap it immediately. Do you think that somebody fixed the original one? No, join the dark side. And so I've seen hundreds of solutions to corpuses and the way how the things are sandwiched and glued together. And manufacturers aren't evil, they are just harmonized with the lazy ass part of ourselves. If I extremely simplify it, we lazy, we busy, and also we like shiny new things, and they just capitalize on that. But it's not the entire picture. It's complex, but it still begs the question, does it even make sense to try to fix things? Wow, surprisingly, what would I tell you? Yes, of course it has sense, at least from our perspective as a municipal public makerspace, now with the agenda of popularized repair in Czechia. But does it have sense for you as a consumer. Let me first draw the picture what's in it for us, and it will make sense just in a bit. Most things don't have a manual, so you have to kind of reverse engineer the process of how did they put it together, and either through trial and error or some wisdom of an Indian dude who fixed that hair blower in 2012. You really learn things about mechanics, electronics, soldering, etc, etc. Second, frustration. If a person gets first-hand experience with repair, they get often frustrated with the system, with the whole throwaway economic model. And this, paradoxically, leads them to more educated purchases. Maybe next time before they buy things, they'll check if the spare parts are available or how repairable was the thing according to forums like iFixit. And this ultimately leads to our goal. More people will prefer repairable things, thus we popularize repair, winning. Third thing is the community. This conjoined hate against the grant wasting connects people, and it creates and nurtures a community of people who share the love for good design, quality products, learning from their failures and tinkering, making and fixing, and it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Actually, it is awesome and beautiful. You, the consumer, does it still have sense for individual to fix things? Well, here's the kicker. You as an individual will still very much benefit if you learn new skills, even just on the entrance level, like basic stuff like sewing, soldering, 3D printing, using basic power tools, smashing pliers into a screwdriver to open a thing. There will be more to you. It's genuinely useful. Second, you, your wallet, and your inner environmentalist will all benefit if you, based on the first-hand, sometimes frustrating experience with the repair, start to make more educated purchases of new things. 3, come on, you are most probably lonely, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video. Not necessarily, but like it may give you, like the knowing that there are, like these communities may give you a glimpse of hope that somebody's caring and their care is translated to action. And now the bit of the video which will get a little bit positive, a little warm touch to your heart until it gets fucking dark again and you will feel hopeless until obviously the last point that will irreversibly turn you into the dark side. Hopefully. First, the positive. The number of bottom-up or grassroots repair initiatives, repair cafes and spaces like ours is growing. At least in Europe, it has quadrupled during the last 5 years. But the top-down, the government, man, wait, actually also supporting it? The thing is that the European, regional and municipal governments are more and more recognizing the importance of things like right to repair, makerspaces as hubs for urban circularity, these grassroots repair movements as a foundation for resilient communities in the face of crises, and not just the climate one, but also the war. And it gets better. They actually put the money where the mouth is. There is fair amount of programs one can apply for money, either as an NGO or local government, to develop these activities and implement repair as a circular strategy. I know all this because my real job is still in the weeds of NGO-ness and local government. So it's odd, in a way odd, as you are not accustomed to these kind of positive visions odd. That there is this, okay, bit hidden but still shared vision on both levels of this ultimately circular cities with maker spaces as these eco-hubs where people come to repair their ultimately modular and repairable things. But it's not happening, right? Yet, if you look at the developmental strategies and action plans, this is where we, as at least EU, we want to get. And it makes sense because you save money, you save the environment, and also you address the insecurity in the face of deglobalization. And here lies the paradox. We can come together, sing our European circular kumbaya and design the infrastructure. But there is still in Temu. And until the manufacturers don't meet us in the middle, our work is kind of pointless. Is it actually all pointless? I wish there was one embodied common villain scheming against the circularity, but it's just obviously not that simple. On one hand, you've got the machine manufacturing labubus. This one makes sense in a year. And on the other hand, you've got the grannies, myself, Louis Rossmans, people from iFixit, and many others advocating and working towards a sensible alternative. Kind of making a difference? But it is the truth. Until the industry won't change and the things are made so they last and they are repairable, our efforts are kind of pointless because we are literally fighting the windmills. Or even worse, the man's lust for new shiny things. But there is a hope. I would like to believe, and it would be so funny, it was just because of the whinging of subreddit users of Repair and other subreddits, but it was probably thanks to constructive critique of experts at iFixit and others that have helped, forced, inspired the designers of the new Pixel 10 phone or the Nokia's new project HMD that has now manufactured phones that are actually repairable. The phones are so good that if you put Linux in them, you could have them for 20 years, like maybe even for forever. Because they have easily available and easily swappable parts. Like the HMD phones, like my kid with a screwdriver, and he's 6, could manage to fix it. And here is the thing, like this would not have been possible if there weren't some activists who have demanded this. It's the dark side after all. And so what can you do? Look, I have invested 8 years of my life into something that is really not profitable. I did invest this time because I'm extremely bothered to the enormous, stupid wasting. And it's clear to me, and that's why I'm still doing it, that the driving force for the change comes from the bottom up, from the grassroots. It's clear, like it's obvious, and I'm so happy that now you can actually see the fruits of this activist work. Yet we are so incredibly far still. And so again, what can you do? Well, chuck that Nespresso machine, go to your nearest repair cafe, and you know what, don't chuck it. Take it with you, try to fix it, obviously if it's broken, which it probably is because that and get frustrated and just be repairer. So easy. Because more repairers there are, then one day we might have like a repairable hair blower or toaster or like those little fucking vacuum cleaners that never work but could work but they don't, and all these beautiful things. Yeah, I'm now gonna be making this kind of videos. Hey, I'm just trying. Look at this one where I actually try to popularize repair action, and here is another one where I just speak about things and destroying the flow economy.